What's good, guys? Welcome back to Ron's Rides. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video where right in front of us is the cheapest 2020 Alfa Romeo Giulia that you can buy today. Yes, the cheapest, or should I say the most inexpensive Giulia on the market of the year 2020. That's right. This Alfa Romeo Giulia is as stock as you can get it. So I'm going to tell you guys what the price is because it's not exactly what you think. There is one catch that makes this a little bit more expensive than it actually should be. And I want to make that debate with you guys and see if you actually agree with this additional charge for the Alfa Romeo Giulia. Now with that said, bone stock. What does a bone stock Alfa Romeo Giulia get you for 2020? Well, as far as under the hood and the engine goes, you'll get the same specs that you're used to since 2017 for the Alfa Romeo Giulia 2.0s. What I mean by that is a 2-liter inline 4-cylinder engine. Now this cranks up 280 horsepower at 306 foot-pounds of torque. And with that, you're looking at a 0 to 60 in 5.1 seconds with around 155 mile per hour top speed. It's a really good engine in its class, and paired with the 8-speed ZF transmission, well, this thing is a beast. You guys have to drive these to experience them. They feel a lot quicker than they actually are, and I feel like the horsepower is a little bit underrated. I feel like that is actually a little faster than what Alfa really says. If you guys were to drive one of these, you would understand that. If you guys have seen my driving videos of these cars, you'll understand that as well. As I say, these things are quick on their feet, and I'm not lying, guys. These things are beasts. Now let's talk about space, because you obviously want to know how big these Alfa Romeo Giulia really is as far as its practicality for the length, width, height, and the cargo space. So you're looking at a dimension of 183 inches in length. You have 74 inches in width, and in height you have about 56 to 57 inches. Now when it comes to cargo, you have 13 cubic feet of space in the rear, and you do have all 3 seats that will fold down for you guys. Now there's also no automated trunk close. You can open the trunk by the key fob here, all right, but you cannot actually close it that way. If I were to press it the same way I would have closed it, it's not automated, so it will not close on double tap. But if I were to pull it down and close it and then press again, then you'll see it pop right open. But you can tell the way that it flings open, there's no motors in the hinges there, so it just flies open there. So not as practical on that side, but with the 13 cubic feet of space, you do have a little cubby hole for storage on the side. You do have your battery actually tucked away on the side there. If I were to just twist these, you can see them there. And then underneath, not much at all, just a couple of tools. And I mean, I would say storage space there, but I mean, not much of it. You still have plenty of room here, and you still can fold down all 3 of those seats, but for the most part, it's not too special in the back, just enough room for what you need to get done. Now, as you can tell, the spec is pretty simple, pretty to the point. Alpha Black, which is the glossy black that Alfa Romeo offers. All right, you also have the 17-inch 10-spoke aluminum wheels. All right, for your wheel model. You do have these silver calipers with the black script on it as well, and the Alfa Romeo insignia right inside. All right, then over those Bridgestone tires, you go down the side, the chrome that you normally would have on the Alfa Romeo windowsill. Going around the back, the same chrome Alfa Romeo Giulia badge that you'll normally see, the insignia there as well, and the chrome exhaust tips. All right, so nothing that you're not familiar with, but nothing too crazy. All right, this is the standard model, but this may be just enough for someone who wants the Alfa Romeo driving experience, all right, who wants the Alfa Romeo lifestyle and brand, but doesn't need all of the crazy extras as far as the exterior and interior goes. I mean, bi-xenon headlights right up front. You have daytime running LEDs as well. The Alfa Romeo insignia there, all right, the aluminum Scudetto grille that you're used to for Alfa Romeo. I mean, very, very promising, very aggressive, and just history-loaded grille there. I mean, that when you see that in your rearview mirror, you know Alfa is coming. And for your gas mileage for these Alfas, you're getting a 27 combined city and highway for your fuel. Now that is premium fuel for your miles per gallon. You do 27 combined city and highway, 24 city, and 33 highway. And just to highlight a few options that you'll get standard with a stock Alfa Romeo Giulia that maybe some other cars in this segment will never have is stuff like the carbon fiber drive shaft. What car do you know in this segment that has one of these besides the Alfa Romeo Giulia? I mean, obviously you're gonna have the cool technology like the start-stop key remote system, stuff like the parking sensors, and stuff like the sports suspension maybe. I mean, this car will come with stuff like that right out of the bag. But with that said, we'll check all that out in the sticker in just a moment. Let's step inside because you guys kind of got a glimpse of the inside spec, but I mean, it is pretty chill, it is pretty simple, but it gives some contrast. Instead of having just black on black, you actually have black and tan for your interior. A good look inside as always. You do have the Alfa Romeo steering wheel, nice leather wrapped steering wheel, redesigned for 2020. You do have the normal trims you're used to, the black insignia there. I mean, it looks good, it feels good with the flat bottom. Really a good place to be driving, that's for sure, when you're sitting up in this cockpit. Now, before we bring her into life with the cool start-stop button on the steering wheel, which is probably one of the better parts, you do also have your trim level here, which you can see is the standard trim level, but you do get a dark wood trim for the Alfa Romeo Giulia standard. So it is nice that they have, you know, some nice texture, nice contrast here for the dark wood finish. It's not just all plastic, black plastic, you know, the same as the top of the door here. It actually gives you a little bit of styling there. You also have the aluminum trim with the door handle as well. You do have the tan center, all right, and then you have the contrasted stitching here as well. Now, let's bring it into life. Foot on the brake, press the start-stop button. She is breathing, but low fuel. You have to get that filled up for sure. Now, with that said, the touchscreen. I mean, hey, this is the big one, right? The 8.8-inch touchscreen that is new for 2020. So you get this automatically with every Alfa Romeo Giulia, even the standard base models, all right? So this can be bone stock, but still have the new infotainment screen, which is miles ahead of the older systems. So we've seen this before. Obviously, I just wanted to kind of show it to you guys because of the fact that it comes standard, and I want to show you everything you get with a standard Giulia, but the touchscreen is a big one. You also get an upgraded TFT screen here as well, but everything that you're used to as far as the big speedo, all right, the bright white lights, the different menus where you can scroll through, do your G-force, you can do your trip, everything like that. It's pretty simple, but again, it looks great for the price range. It looks good for being standard. It's not anything you can change if you get an upgraded model Giulia anyways. This is always going to be the same. This is always going to be the same. So it's just nice that it's all treated equally, shall I say. Same with the powertrain. We talked about that. The powertrain, the inline 4-cylinder, the 2-liter, 280 horsepower, 306 foot-pounds of torque is for every 2.0 model. All right, so all of them, no matter if you get a sport model, all right, or you get the entry-level model, they're all gonna drive that same way. Now, there's a difference between sport suspension and all-wheel drive versus rear-wheel drive, which this is a rear-wheel drive. That's different. But same engine, same transmission for every single vehicle. But as you can see, I mean, like I said, beautiful inside. The standard seating here is actually more comfortable than the sport seats. But what's more comfortable than this seat is the Lusso cannoli leather seats. Those are actually, in my opinion, after driving Alfas for the past, what, 2 years, 3 years, and working here at the dealership, driving so many of them, I've tested them. This is second place. The sport seats for a long drive may get a little bit more uncomfortable. Now, that is subjective, I know. They're form-fitting, that you can't take away from them. They're form-fitting, but some people might like that a lot better. I was just saying that I've taken a 3.5-hour trip to Miami in a sport seat Stelvio, and those were a little bit less comfortable than the standard seats and the cannoli seats. I think the cannoli seats, that leather is just perfect. So, again, it's subjective, but you're not losing out getting the standard seats. Just to let you know, you're actually doing better in my opinion. But with that said, you can see that wood contrasting through here above the glove box. You can see the tan going all the way through, which is nice, breaking up the color here, and then the black on top of the dash. You do have On the sides, your jet-like vents, which I really love. They're like fighter jets, you know, just kind of cool. You know, dual climate control, you have stuff like that. You do have your exposed cup holders, which is new for 2020, and your space there. 2-track system with the ZF transmission. You don't have paddle shifters, but you can do your manual shifting by putting your foot on the brake, all right, going to drive, and then going over where you can do manual mode and do your downshifting and upshifting. So you do have that as well. But other than that, you know, it still gives you a little bit of fun and heritage and spirited driving. Now you do also have, speaking of spirited driving, automatically that DNA system dynamic, your most fun, most aggressive mode there, all right? Natural, everyday city driving, and advanced efficiency, cruise control, highway, everything like that. Again, the wood carries over here, all the buttons, the new buttons for the menu, for the audio, parking, you got a spare, or not spare key, a room for your key here, and just the leather and the shift knob, the Italian flag for heritage. It's just awesome. Now you can upgrade here and get the wireless charger. That's what that port is here for, but it has a nicer, more round, more form-fitting and stitched armrest inside. Got plenty of space, aux cable, USB 2.0 and USB-C. Just a nice place to be as far as inside of this interior. You have the light headliner here, all right, kind of goes against the colors here, so breaks everything up. Again, it doesn't all blend together. I do love the contrast, but I mean, you get plenty here. And again, we'll go over the actual sticker so you can see everything that is included with this, but might as well hop in the back, right? Gotta check it out, gotta check out the space. So let's just do that. And again, I know some of you guys have seen this before, so you kind of know what's going on, you know, how everything looks, but I want to show everybody who is in the market for a Giulia, don't want too much, but want enough to get by. That's where this model comes in, where it's very, you know, standard to the point. So with that said, this is what it is. You got plenty of space in the back. All right, I was sitting comfortably up front. I am 5'11", and I have knee space. Nothing is scraping here. This has a nice curvature to the backrest of the seats, so you do not hit your knees or scrape your knees. You do have your little net there just for extra stowage. You have the same kind of trim on the doors on the sides here, all right? So same aluminum, the dark wood, your speakers there, the contrasted stitching, everything there that you're used to, all right? Those fighter-like jets right here in the center. Makes it kind of cool to sit back here and have these and look at these. And then you have one USB 2.0 port. You have enough room to put another person in the middle, as their one foot can rest there, one foot can rest there, all right? And then you look at those same standard seats that you're used to here, guys, all right? Middle feed through with cup holders here, all right? So you see the cup holders, and then if I wanted to just pull down the seat, easily do that and get through the middle there. But other than that, I mean, hey, it's pretty simple, it's pretty to the point. And now the moment of truth. Why is this Alfa Romeo Giulia, which is a base model with no options, more expensive than this $39,400 MSRP list price? Well, you guys might have guessed it. No options, obviously, but there is a destination charge of $1,295. But there is not one single option that is priced on here as an actual option. So once you add that $1,295 to the $39,400, you're looking at $40,695. That is the only thing that you're paying for right there. That's it. So no actual optional equipment. It's just a destination charge. So here's my question to you guys, and I'll ask this again at the very end of the video. Do you think that is crazy that you have to pay that destination charge over just paying the base model MSRP price that it says, because you're getting the base model MSRP car? Now, it's not the same as paying for taxes and anything like that. That is something you just can't get past. But what do you guys think about that actual destination charge that brings it up from the $39,400 to the $40,695? Now we'll get into everything else. Basic warranty, 4 years, 50,000 mile. Powertrain, 4 years, 50,000 mile. Then we come up here to our standard options. Now we went over some of this, but just so you guys can see everything up top, and then we'll go down to the actual equipment. All right, the dual front airbags, the side curtains, latch ready seat anchor for the child seat. You have 4 collision warning plus, rear backup camera, parking sensors. You also have your passive entry, remote start, start, stop, remote keyless entry, cruise control, power folding mirrors that are heated, rain sensitive wipers. You got stuff like the sports suspension we talked about, carbon fiber drive shaft, and the Alpha DNA system, which obviously you're not going to get anywhere else. Apple CarPlay, Google Android Auto, Sears with 1 year subscription, AM FM. You have the touchscreen we talked about, Bluetooth, 7-inch TFT color display, 8-speaker audio system, USB, 12-volt leather-wrapped steering wheel, leather-wrapped audio controls. Oh, whoops, sorry. Steering wheel mounted audio controls, leather-wrapped shift knob, and then up here you have your power adjustables. Not going to go through all of those. Driver seat memory, your rear seat for the pass-through, the 40-20-40 split, and your AC temperature and dual climate control. And stuff for your exterior, the 17-inch wheels. All right, the performance tires for Bridgestone, run flats, the silver calipers, black script, 4-wheel disc Brembo front brakes, the bi-xenon headlamps, LED running tail lamps, LED running lights, satin aluminum window moldings, and the dual chrome exhaust. And that brings this package to the price after the destination charge. All right, guys, so sound off. Let me hear it. For an entry-level Alfa Romeo Giulia, this is what you get. Is this enough for you? All right, is this enough for you to get by? You have the great driving dynamics, you have the great history, you have the great motor, you have the great style, all right, and you have the great interior and technology. What do you guys think? Tell me down in the comments below. And with this base price being adjusted because of the destination charge, do you guys think that that is fair? Do you think that you shouldn't have to pay a destination charge on the entry-level models, or you shouldn't have to pay a destination charge on any models? Let me know what are you guys thinking down in the comments below. And yes, guys, I know I've sold these cars. I know that you have to get the cars here and there's transport services, getting them from Italy to here in the States after they come off of the boats from the port, get them here, get them all, you know, detailed up, gassed up, everything like that. I understand. Obviously, I wouldn't try to shortchange anyone at all. I just want to know your opinions on all of this, and if you feel like it is fair that you have to pay that. That's what I want to know, because this is the cheapest, most inexpensive Alfa Romeo Giulia on the market for 2020. This is what you're gonna get if you get a bone stock Giulia. And I want to know if you guys would like something like this. Now, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Giving it a thumbs up helps get the video up in the rankings, more people can see it, and we can have a bigger discussion on the cheapest Alfa Romeo Giulia today. Now, with that said, you guys can also check out the links down below where I have a link for my PayPal in case you guys want to help further support the channel. You can always do a one-time donation where you can donate $1 or $2. You can also check out the Patreon and be a monthly subscriber, or the Ron's Rise merch. Get a Ron's Rise t-shirt, Ron's Rise coffee mug, phone case, anything like that, and then post it on social media, on Instagram, tag me in it, and I will repost it to my story. Make sure you guys do that. Also check out the social media, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, to make sure you guys are catching everything I post Maserati Alfa Romeo related that doesn't always make it to the channel. Now, with that said, subscribe, click that notification bell so you can get these videos straight to your inbox. I hope everyone's being safe. I hope everyone's being healthy. Continue to stay that way, stay quarantined, and I will provide that good quarantine content for you guys. Be blessed. Have a great day, guys, and we will see you guys in the next Ron's Rise video. Peace.